Hello there, I'm Scotty, you're not. On this special edition of the Wrestling Corner, we're going to talk about something. I'm even going to call it Wrestling Corner. Before I start, yes, I have a cold. Not a coat, a cold. I have a cold. I'm trying to get rid of it. It won't go away. I caught it from my stepdad. Which is very bad timing because my mom starts chemo today. And she needs someone to help take care of her on the weekends, and I'm sick. Can't be around her if I'm sick. You know what I mean? I have a cold. I'm not sick. Physically, I'm fine. I got a cold, and my throat is scratchy. You can tell, my nose is all full of goop. You know? Anyway, that's a little update about my mom. People ask. But anyway, I heard a little rumor. Captain Man has left the city. No, this morning, or I don't know, 15 minutes ago, 10, 15 minutes ago, supposedly, WWE is planning Roman Reigns versus The Rock versus Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 41. To that I say, no. How about you do it? How about you do it, ladies and gentlemen, Scotty don't. No, do not do that. Why? Here's why. Because Cody has been bogged down by this bloodline story for the past 2 WrestleManias. And it's time to move on. Okay? It's time to move on. Cody wrestled Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 and he lost. So they did it all over again. I still say it was Vince McMahon's fault not wanting to move on from Roman Reigns. But because everything was, all the signs were pointing to Cody winning. And then Vince McMahon shows up backstage and Cody loses. This seems like Vince saw what was going to happen and said, nah, you're not doing that. No. And lo and behold, Vince McMahon is nowhere near WrestleMania 40 and Cody wins. Coincidence? I think not. But it's become very apparent that, okay, to me at least, Cody is stuck in a never-ending series of bloodline after bloodline after bloodline type matches. Only breaking up title defenses here and there to face people like Kevin Owens or Randy Orton when they need to fill time. Right? That was the big thing when the draft happened. And it came out, they don't really have plans for Cody until Roman comes back. So he was just sort of there. It didn't help that they structured the draft so all the heavy hitters went to Raw to compete for the world title. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, who was a world champion at the time, Finn Balor, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, all going to Raw. And they knew they messed up because Kevin Owens was also on Raw. And he got drafted to SmackDown. He got sent to SmackDown after the fact because they knew they messed up. And then when Orton came in, he started on Raw and then jumped to SmackDown because they needed more people on there. Needed more legitimacy. Right? So, my outline for this might have changed a little bit, but here's the situation. So, I don't think Cody should be anywhere near the bloodline after War Games. I feel like War Games should be the punctuation on this whole thing. I think Cody's team, Cody, Roman, Jay, and whoever the other person is, Randy Orton or whatever, or Jimmy, I mean. Cody, Roman, Jimmy, and whoever the other people are, win the War Games. That should be the punctuation of Cody's involvement in this. You don't mention The Rock until it's around time for WrestleMania. You don't mention it. Royal Rumble was on February 1st for some odd reason. I know it's not that big of a jump, being it's always on like the last couple of days of January, but being in February confuses me. That's my month, and it's never been a Royal Rumble in my month. But here's what you do. Obviously, CM Punk is winning the Royal Rumble next year, God willing, and if his health or his I guess your injuries are health, right? If he's able to do it, obviously that's the plan. I would also add Seth Rollins in there and make the Raw main event Gunther. Yes, he'll still be champion. Gunther versus Rollins versus Punk. That way, Punk could pin Rollins and Gunther would still look strong. I'm just saying. Could pin Rollins and Gunther would still look strong. I said. As for Cody, well, after the Royal Rumble, you set up a tournament, right? Now, most of you would think, well, would The Rock come back and screw Roman Reigns? No, the Bloodline would interfere and throw him out. Like, all the members of the Bloodline would get involved and throw him out. And then Cody would come in and eliminate Solo or something. I would have Solo be the only member of the Bloodline in the Royal Rumble, by the way. Just the other ones get involved. Cody wouldn't be in a Royal Rumble. I don't know. Like, maybe, like, they come in there and he's like, yeah! And then immediately gets kicked out by Jimmy Uso or something. Jey Uso. I don't know. If someone knocks him out. Randy Orton with an RKO and throws him over the top. Something like that. So what you do after this is you set up a tournament. The winner of the tournament will face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Right? My original idea was Damian Priest. It got to be someone from Raw. But I came up with a better idea. Just as they're announcing the tournament, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, because they got to do, that's another thing. Every time they do a tournament, it's Raw and SmackDown because all the big guys are on Raw. So they got to do that. They're announcing the competitors. Braun Strowman. There's 8 competitors. Braun Strowman. Big Bronson Reed. L.A. Knight. Yeah. From SmackDown. Damian Priest. Finn Balor. Over on SmackDown, we need a couple more. Carmelo Hayes. Andrade. And just as they're about to announce the last name, dun, 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 yabba doo 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 doo. John Cena comes out. He said, I was going to win the Royal Rumble. That didn't happen. So now I want to win this tournament. So he's put in as sort of the last SmackDown competitor. You know what? I'll have John Cena actually win this tournament. Or you could do an Elimination Chamber match, I guess. I don't know if they're even doing Elimination Chamber next year, but anyway, like maybe you have qualifying matches, and John Cena is one of them. I would have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and I would have that main event night 1. Have night 2 start out with the triple threat match, Gunther versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, to start off the night with CM Punk's victory. Then the main event, The Rock versus Roman Reigns in Bloodline Rules match or whatever, right? That's what I would do. I would actually have Cody actively say he's done with the Bloodline, he's moving on, and all that stuff. That way, we can have something. So Jimmy Uso's guy is back. I don't know if Jay will be there or not, but that's what we can have where Jacob Fatu and the Tongans show up and Solo, and it's just Jimmy Uso and maybe, I don't know, there's no one else really to do it. Maybe Rikishi shows up or something. I don't know, brother. But like, what am I, Taz? Yeah, I saw it. But like, maybe the Usos reunite and clobber them or something in the main event. I don't know, something like that. But my point is, keep Cody away from the Bloodline after their eventual War Games match. The War Games should be the end of Cody's involvement with the Bloodline. Focus on Roman and The Rock after that. Because it's been nothing. Cody has done nothing but Bloodline stuff. And the only time they he moves away from that is to have matches against Kevin Owens or Randy Orton for no reason. They even need to have a match against Randy Orton, Kevin Owens or whatever. And yes, there was a Kevin Owens heel turn. I still think that was a bad idea. I didn't talk about that in my review, but off screen, which I think is a pretty fucking stupid idea. A lot of people are like, oh, it's brilliant, it's genius. No, it's not. You know why they did it, right? Because they didn't have time to do it on the show. Why couldn't they just wait to SmackDown and have Cody talking about the victory? Kevin Owens comes out, he's angry. You know what I mean? And then he's had enough, and then he just turns on Cody. That's all you need to do. Yeah, you won. Sure. But you should have picked me. I had your back. He's the one you were going against for the last 2 years. And you don't pick me. And he just hits him with a stunner or something. You know what I mean? I think I mentioned this, though. I think this stupid Crown Jewel Championship stuff is stupid. It's stupid. I don't understand it at all. And I don't understand where Goldberg comes from. And no, Goldberg did not screw Gunther out of the world title. Thank God, because that would have been... Look, I love Sammy. He's nowhere near ready to be world champion. When he was campaigning against Gunther, I agree with Gunther. He's not world championship material. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Get a haircut and shave up a little bit. Maybe. Go back to the old Sami Zayn when he had the short hair and just a regular beard. Not looking like Ginger Saddam Hussein over here. No, what was it? Fidel Castro. That's what he looked like when he came out with the hat. You know what I mean? He had the hat. His hair was shorter, but like he had the hat and the green hat, the green jacket. It looked like Fidel Castro, but not Cuban. That's what it was. But now he doesn't look like it. Now he looks, I don't know. He needs a haircut. Okay? I don't understand. Or you could take good-looking competitors like him and Bryan Danielson and say, let's give him shaggy hair and a beard. And yes, you could say it's probably their idea, but I can't take them seriously looking like that. Danielson has changed that. He has a little pointed tail thing. He still has the beard. He looks better. Maybe just a haircut for Sami Zayn then. Because I don't know. I don't like the long hair. I don't like it. I just can't take him seriously. He was decent Intercontinental Champion. Still don't think he deserved to win it like that. Should have been Chad Gable. Now I completely move away from that. I don't know. But, yeah, I've gone off on a tangent again. But, yeah, that's my idea for what Cody should be doing. Have him face John Cena. Hell, people saying they want Cody versus Randy. Do that. Do that. Have Randy win. Do Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania next year. Just keep him away from the bloodline. Do the fucking War Games match, Survivor Series. Let Cody's team win and be the punctuation on Cody's involvement with the bloodline. And then have The Rock go away for a while. Maybe the bloodline's still there, but they're just kind of doing things tag team. Maybe Solo goes for the U.S. title. Yeah. I don't know. Jake Fatu is there. Whatever he does. No, that was Tamatonga, right? Whatever he was doing. Yeah, just leave Cody away from the bloodline, because it's just, no. I've had, it's too much. You cannot have Cody Rhodes involved with the bloodline and Roman Reigns for 3 WrestleManias in a row. It's stale. It's done. Even by this year's WrestleMania, I was like, why are we doing this again? He should have just won last year, which is true. And he was supposed to. But then some old, greedy, horny bastard, perverted bastard, there we go, decided, nah, you're not going to miss me otherwise. It was Vince McMahon's decision to axe it. Cody was winning at WrestleMania 39 until Vince McMahon saw it was going to happen and said no. That's what I had to create a whole new fucking title. People were like, oh no, it was always planned that way. Bullshit. Vince stepped in and said, no, you cannot take the title off Roman. And that's what it was, because everybody was saying the world title was Triple H's title, the undisputed title, which they still should not call it that, is Vince's title. And that's what it was. You know? And then when the draft happens next year, make it more even. You know what I mean? Draft up some legitimate NXT people, maybe Ethan Page, Trick Williams. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But anyway, that's my little opinions, thoughts on that. So, what are your thoughts on this? Make comments, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.